To tip-off.
Hello and welcome back to the Ford Wyoming Center for live coverage of Star Valley basketball on the SBI Sports Network. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, courtside for one final time on the season. It's the consolation finals today between two familiar foes. They met in this game last year. They met a couple of times on the season already, including the region championship game for 2 years in a row. It's the Star Valley Braves and the Riverton Wolverines to see who can win 2 games at the 4A state tournament and finish with a consolation trophy. Again, thank you for joining us. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you. Dal, two familiar teams, Riverton and Star Valley again today.
Yeah, this is two clubs. They have a lot of similarities. They have a lot of things that they like to do. But honestly, Duke, they know each other very well. And the margin of error between these two teams is really small. And I expect yet another really good, competitive, close game today.
It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off, and we're going to have, of course, tip-off coverage presented by First Bank of Wyoming. Find them online at gofirstbank.com with local branches in Star Valley, in Afton, and in Alpine. It's your home for totally free checking. As we continue with our tip-off coverage, we'll have some cameras for you for those watching on SBI. Those will be fired up here in a second, and we can show you live shots from our pregame coverage. And then as soon as the starting lineups are done, we'll, of course, have to go to the graphic on screen with some live stats and the scoreboard. So that's coming up here in just a few moments. Star Valley and Riverton back in 2 minutes on the SBI Sports Network.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Vail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Vail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today. Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount. B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on. The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SBI Sports Network.
First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off live from the Ford Wyoming Center on SBI Media, Swift 98, and the SBI Sports Network. The consolation finals between the Star Valley Braves and the Riverton Wolverines for the second consecutive year. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you, courtside from the Ford Wyoming Center in Casper. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Now let's take a look at our Crimson Corner as part of our tip-off coverage.
Well, and again, one last congratulations to State Spirit, the Brave Cadets winning the the hip-hop category, highest ever awarded score. They'll be riding the fire trucks tonight, approximately 8 p.m. through Afton, if you want to be a part of that. The Lady Braves yesterday, unfortunately, were eliminated by the Campbell County Camels, 59-52. You can read more about that online at svinews.com. And, of course, spring sports underway. Sock and tracker. Track and soccer. Oh, my goodness. I guess I'm going to have to make that transition. Good luck to everyone involved as we go into the spring, in finger quotes, time of year. That's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off as we are just minutes away from this one in Casper between Star Valley and Riverton. Now the roundup with the help of Sunrise Engineering.
Well, looking over at the 4A boys state matchup, it's going to be Cheyenne East against Laramie in the championship. That one tips off at 8 o'clock. Third place game later on this afternoon is Campbell County versus Cody. In the 3A boys state competition, it's Lyman and Worland. Lyman getting their way all the way to the championship. They tip off at 5. In the third place game, it's Douglas against Buffalo. In the 4A girls state championship game, it'll be Thunder Basin versus the Cody Phillies. Cody trying to come all the way back. Their last game they lost was last year in the state championship. They exercised those demons yesterday by beating Cheyenne East. And then finally in the 3A girls state, it's Douglas versus Buffalo. That's a look at your roundup, brought to you by Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. Great group of fans, of course, in Casper today to watch the season finale for the Star Valley Braves as they take on the Riverton Wolverines. Of course, now we saw Riverton Star Valley twice already, once in the regular season of conference play. That was in Afton. Really close game that Riverton ended up winning by just a couple of points. And then another really close game in the region championship that Star Valley just so happened to come on top to give Coach Schwab and his staff a region title in his first year at the helm.
Yeah, this one shapes up to be another really good one. Both of these teams are very good. They both had state championship aspirations. Things didn't go that way for them in the opening round, but they're still here, and they'd love to take something home to show for their great season that they've had, both of them. And honestly, it's the last game for a lot of seniors in this contest, and there's going to be it's the last chance to really play high-level high school basketball. So I expect it to be a good one.
Of course, Star Valley, their tournament has gone with a loss on opening day against Campbell County. That was at Natrona High, and just a kind of a gut-wrenching loss for the Braves of that one, 58-55 the final. Then they walloped Jackson Hole in the rivalry elimination game yesterday, 65-51, to put them in this consolation final today. For Riverton, they were beaten by Laramie in the opening round. The Plainsmen been the surprise team to many in this year's tournament. Laramie's gone on to play in the state championship game tonight against East. They opened up with the win against these Riverton Wolverines on Thursday. Riverton then got by Thunder Basin yesterday. And so Thunder Basin, the one team from the East, go 0-2 in the state tournament after winning the East region. Riverton knocks them off with a late surge 48-43. And so we get this one again, Star Valley and Riverton. Let's recap this rivalry with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Well, overall, again, these numbers since 1951. Overall, Star Valley leads this series 13-12. It's very tight. On a neutral court, it's tied 3-3. So this is kind of the rubber match, which it is this season as well, with each team winning at least once. And that's a look at your rivalry. I expect this one to go down to the last possession, brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth resources to life. Visit them online at simplot.com. That is simplot.com, just 2 minutes away from tip-off. And this one will be underway for the Ford Wyoming Center. It's all part of our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Here are the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, I think both of these teams want to be here, but that's still key number one for me. Who wants it more? Who wants to be here and win this game and leave with a little bit with the last win? Number two, let her rip. And we'll, again, kind of subjective keys today. This is the last game for you seniors, and so if you've been wanting to try something, this might be the day you want to try it. Spread it around, however. I really liked what the Braves did yesterday, trying to get everyone involved. I thought that made them look pretty darn good. And along those lines, I'm looking for 10-plus assists in this game from the Braves. That's a look at your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Legend driven. Find them online at RockyMountainYeti.group. That is RockyMountainYeti.group. So again, it's the Star Valley Braves taking on the Riverton Wolverines. Star Valley, the 1 seed out of the West. Riverton, the 2 seed out of the West. And we saw this game last year, and quite honestly, this was a shellacking from the Wolverines over the Braves last year in this consolation final. We'll hopefully see a much more competitive game today, and if it goes anything like the first two have this year, it will be nothing but that. Of course, Coach Mitch Schwab in his first year for the Braves, taking on Coach Bo Sheets. He's a very well-respected coach in the state of Wyoming. He's done a phenomenal job with these Riverton Wolverines. And should be a great one. Star Valley is going to be the home team today. They'll be in the white jerseys with the crimson trim and numbers, and Riverton will be in their road crimson with the black trim and numbers for the Riverton Wolverines. Final few seconds will tip off in our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip off. Let's make your building dreams become a reality. Find construction loan information at gofirstbank.org. .com rather. That is gofirstbank.com. Again, we will have to, for those watching on SVI, we do have the cameras on now, but because of that exclusivity clause with the NFHS for state tournaments, we do have to go with the graphic only, which will include the scoreboard and stats during the game. And we'll get to that after these starting lineups. And then we'll have some highlight reels. You can catch the highlights from all the games, Braves and Lady Braves, from previously on this tournament at SVInews.com. Starting lineups first for the road Wolverines. Coming in at 8.6 points per game, number 0 is Jason Vincent. Number 1, 14.9 points per game, 5.6 rebounds. That's number 1, Derek DeVries. Coming in wearing number 5 at 4.8 points per game is Cade Gabrielson. Number 12, the sharpshooter from outside. He hit a circus 3 to make things interesting in Afton. That's number 12, Parker Paxton. And finally, rounding out the top 5 is number 14 at 4.8 points per game, Nathan Hutchinson. Head coach Bo Sheets for the Riverton Wolverines. And now the starting 5 for your Star Valley Braves.
It's been a fun season. Braves have won a lot of games, got that regional championship last week, and this senior group has been a big part of that. 6'5" senior wearing number 0, that's Jacob Hodges. Touching the rim as he swings by. Number 3, a 6'4" senior, that's Luke Linford. I guess everybody's doing the rim touch thing today. Tad McClure, 6'5" senior. We know he can touch, well, he's not going to touch the rim. Number 22, a 6'6" senior. That's Croy Jenkins. And Mitch Schwab starting all 5 seniors today. A 6'2" senior, Ridge Neal, number 23. Coach Schwab is assisted by Ballard Johnson, Shane Williams, and Ben Hale.
All the players ready to roll. 5 seniors on the court for the Braves. Hodges and DeVries will go up for the opening tip-off. And a familiar sight, Braves and Wolverines.
Well, you can see DeVries and Hodges kind of talking to each other. It's like, man, we've done this a lot of times.
Official center floor. Ball's in the air. DeVries wins the tip deep in the backcourt, tracked down by Vincent. It's Riverton basketball. And we're underway in this consolation championship game of the 4A state basketball tournament. Braves and Wolverines. Star Valley on defense. Riverton working around the outside. DeVries has it poked away but picked back up. Swings over to Gabrielson. He'll hold it high. Goes to the left side post to Hutchinson. Spin around fadeaway jumper, no good. Ball loose out of bounds off of Vincent. Stays with, it's going to Star Valley.
Not sure if someone got a piece of that or not, but Hutchinson's shot was pretty well off the mark. I wouldn't be surprised if someone got a finger on that.
Luke Linford across the half-court line for Star Valley. Passes to Hodges on the left elbow. Drives in. Shot is up. Blocked, but with a foul. They're going to get some body contact before the block occurred, and this is going to result in 2 free throws for Jacob Hodges.
Foul is on Jason Vincent. First personal, first team foul. Jacob to the line, where he's been an excellent free throw shooter this year, about 76%.
Still scoreless early in the game, just 34 seconds into it. The first attempt from Jake is away and good. Jake recently received, earlier this week actually, opened up his mission call for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, going to Argentina as he sends the second away. Off the side rim right, no good, and went 1 for 2. It's 1-0 Braves. Over to the right side, quickly down the floor to Vincent, and stolen away, ripped out of the air by Hodges. Star Valley basketball. Quickly down the floor, now 3 in transition, too strong. Missed by Ridge Neild. Rebounded by Riverton. They quickly come down the floor. DeVries kicks to the right side to Paxton. No shot. Left side. Now 3 from Gabrielson. Off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Jenkins, who's going to be tied up in a jump ball call. This time the arrow will favor Star Valley. 6:58 to play in the first.
I keep saying this is the third time these teams have played this year, but DeVries and Vincent, they're just surprisingly well-rounded, good guards. You want to pigeonhole them into doing certain things, but they're just good across the board.
Linford to the rim, scoops it up right side. The first field goal is a dribble drive down the heart of the key from Luke.
I like this, what the Braves have been doing with Luke. He's kind of attacking early on, and when he does that, it seems to kind of settle him in and some of the role players as well.
Gabrielson fakes a 3, goes left side to DeVries, pulls up the 2-point jumper. Ricochets off the backboard, poked outside to Gabrielson for the deep rebound in the front court. Work it backside to DeVries, back left side, now up top to Paxton. Parker holds, looks, and left to DeVries again on the wing, into the corner. Gabrielson steps, but no shot. Steps back, now takes the 3, contested, too strong, no good. Ball tipped into the hands of Riverton, shot fake up, no good, but a foul. That will put Nathan Hutchinson to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 after the offensive board.
Couple of offensive opportunities here early on for the Wolverines, and can't get a basket to go, but they will go to the free throw line here, where they are a very prolific team. They're a good free throw shooting team, and they get there a lot.
First free throw is good. That's the first point for Riverton. Comes with 6:08 to play in the first period. Star Valley up 3-1.
Ty Sheets checking in for the Wolverines as well, number 2.
Once again, Hutchinson shoots and scores. Got them both. Makes it a 1-point game as Hunter Hawk checks in for the Wolverines. Star Valley basketball. No backcourt pressure as Linford takes it across the timeline. Sets up front court right with the bounce pass over to McClure on the wing. Holds it high up top to Hodges. Quickly around the arc. Neild dumps it to Linford. Inside the 3 line. McClure turnaround jumper off the post. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds. Stays with the Braves on the baseline with 5:52 remaining in the first.
You see Taft make that shot a lot, but this time he was fading a little more than he usually does. He's usually going straight up and down on that jumper. This time he was fading backwards, and the shot was a little short.
Linford inbound to the corner. Works up top to Hodges. Finds Neal back to Linford baseline. Dribbles in. Stop. Shot in the lane. Maybe one too many jumps. No, they got him on a foul.
So I thought he was good.
And it's going to be 2 from the free throw line for Luke Linford with 5:44 remaining in the period.
They're going to get Parker Paxton for his first foul. Second team foul. We're down to 5:44. Both of the Riverton fouls have resulted in free throws. So Linford hits his first one.
4-2 with one more free throw to come from Luke.
Linford with 3 of those 4 points.
Second attempt is also good. Makes it 5-2 with 5:43 and rolling as Riverton comes across the half-court stripe. Setting up on the right side, DeVries comes center floor. Neal picks him up and tries to reach in. No call. They let it play through. Now back to DeVries for a 3-ball. No good. Jenkins has the rebound for the Braves. Star Valley basketball.
There's a lot of contact both ways there. That one could have gone either way. Instead, no call.
Ball tipped and loose out of bounds at half court. It's going to be Star Valley basketball inbounding again at the half court line with 5:22 to play in the first period. McClure will trigger this one in. Looks back court to Linford. Braves up by 3. Linford to the right wing. Has a high screen from McClure and tips it over to Neal. Back down to McClure, top of the key. Finds Neal left wing 3, too strong, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds, but saved by Riverton. Falling out of bounds was Vincent. Saved it to DeVries. Wolverines down the floor. Almost poked away by Luke Linford, but picked up by Vincent. Still Wolverine basketball. Vincent passes up to Paxton. Works it right side over to Ty Sheets. And he'll step back to Paxton again. 4:46 to play in the first period. Riverton without a field goal. Paxton fakes a three, dishes corner right. Sheets takes the shot, no good. Rebound underneath, the putback is missed. Another Wolverine rebound, kick out to Paxton. Parker drives, no shot, kick out to DeVries. He kicks out to Paxton, takes the three. Back iron, no good. Another offensive rebound.
My goodness.
DeVries out to Vincent. Vincent top of the key, works it over to the left side to DeVries. And now to Hawk up top. Now Paxton down the barrel, three, good. Way too many opportunities for the Wolverines on that one, and Paxton finally drops one to make it 5-all.
Well, Parker Paxton shoots almost 50% from three. You give him 3 shots, he's going to hit one.
Linford down the right side post, fade away off the rim, no good. One and done for the Braves on the other end. DeVries with the rebound. Riverton basketball setting up on the outside. There's going to be a block call this time on Neild. Stops the clock at 3:57 to play in the first period, still tied at 5.
This one's on Neild, but this is the second time I've seen kind of a collision between Ridge Neild and Derek DeVries, and DeVries is extending that arm too. I would not be surprised if at some point in this game DeVries gets called for an offensive foul when he's pushing off his defender. We'll see what happens.
Cooper Lancaster and Max Jensen have just checked into the game for the Braves. Outside is Riverton working the perimeter. DeVries goes to the right side elbow to Hutchinson, no shot. Now drives the post, shot fake, kick out. Gabrielson three, left wing, good. Back-to-back threes for the Wolverines. That puts them up 8-5. 3:30 to play in the first period.
Well, the Wolverines had been pretty cold from outside, but like you said, back-to-back threes.
Hodges on the block, goes up with his back to the backboard, makes it a 1-point game. 8-7. Ball movement to Gabrielson. Fakes a three on the wing. Clock rolls down to 3:10 to play in the opening period. Gabrielson again on the right side wing. Jensen on him defensively across the perimeter. Right side elbow, Hutchinson dribbles in the lane. Pat fakes a pass down low, instead goes up top again. Paxton jabs and passes to Gabrielson. Clock down to 2:54 to play. Left side post to Monroe. Spins in the lane, no shot. Kick out again to DeVries. Drives the post, puts up a jumper, and good. Just on the inside of the post, midway down the key.
DeVries has got some hops, and he's able to elevate and shoot that little floater over the top of the Star Valley Bigs.
Ball tipped out of bounds. It's tipped out of bounds at the front court line off of Riverton. It's going to stay with Star Valley.
It wrecked one of the monitors, too. It's off now. Glad it wasn't ours.
Couple tables down. 2:30 to play in the first period. McClure, top of the key for the Braves. Dribbles to his left, tries to lob down low, ball tip, loose, and stolen away, but out of bounds. DeVries got his hand on the ball.
Well, he had it, and then as he was trying to roll the ball back to himself on the floor, it was on the out-of-bounds line.
2:24 to play in the first period. Star Valley down by 3 points. 10-7 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Works it over to Mac Jensen. Jensen drives, angle, kick out, three, open for Jenkins, good! Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton triple, first points of the game for Croy to tie it at 10. Gabrielson on the right side, wants to drive in, double team to the corner, flicks down low, shot fake, Hutchinson spins, missed the point blank, had a great look at it after his shot fake, rebounded down to the Braves. Works it over to Lancaster, up top Jensen. One dribble, lob down to Hodges, and the lob is too strong and out of bounds, untouched off of Star Valley, a turnover.
Well, Max had a great pass out to Croy for that last triple. That pass, though, was well out of the reach of Jacob Hodges, which is saying something. It was way too high.
As expected, for the third time this season, a tight game between Star Valley and Riverton. 1:48 to play in the opening period. It's 10-all right now. Number of ties, couple lead changes early on. Here's Monroe for the Wolverines. Goes back out to Gabrielson. Spins on the perimeter and hands off behind him to Lucas. And Eli Lucas dribbles left, goes back to Gabrielson. 1:30 to play in the first period. Pass up top to Paxton, drives the post, jumper on the elbow, roll the inside rim, no good. Monroe has the rebound, kick out to Paxton, takes a three, off the rim, no good. This time Jenkins has the board for the Braves.
Braves are giving up too many offensive boards. It didn't bite them that time, but it will.
McClure, three in transition, yes! Taft McClure, a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton triple to put the Braves back on top.
He's shooting 51% from three this season.
Just incredible. And the last few weeks have been just amazing, his percentages.
Yeah, you can count the misses on one hand.
Here's Monroe for Riverton. Going to be a quick little foul on the floor against Star Valley.
Cooper Lancaster out of position, reaching there. It's a really easy call. It's even one I can make. Number 1 on him. And just the second team foul on the Braves. I thought that was 3, but it is 3. Okay. 3 on the Braves with 54 seconds left in the third. Monroe will check out, as will Eli Lucas. Jason Vincent back in.
Hutchinson inbounds for Riverton, goes to the left side post, and the shot from Vincent is good off the inbound. 13-12, Star Valley on top. 45 seconds to play in the opening period. Kick out to Lancaster, lobs down to Hodges, but the ball tipped out of bounds. Going to be an inbound play coming for the Braves.
And Cooper knows if he would have put that where he wanted to, that would have been an easy layup for Jacob, but Jason Vincent pokes it out of bounds.
Lancaster works into the corner. Linford dribbles up top with the screen and now works over to Horsley. Bounces to Cooper above the left corner. McClure on the post. Spin around. Shot too strong. Rebounded by Linford under the rim. Shot fake goes up and is fouled. Luke Linford back again to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 attempts with 26 seconds remaining in the first.
What I like about Luke is Luke will facilitate his tail off to his teammates, but he knows when he's close to the basket and has a high percentage shot, he'll look for his own, and that's what he did there.
First free throw is a swish, and it's good. Lead up to 2 now for Star Valley, 14-12.
Luke leading the way now with 5 points early on. Tayson Johnson's going to check in for Hodges. We've seen this quite a bit. Coach Schwab just making sure Jake doesn't pick up one of those end-of-quarter fouls.
Here's the second attempt for Linford. Good. Got them both. 15-12. 26 seconds remains as Riverton across the half-court line. Paxton on the right side wing. Cross-court pass to DeVries. He's on the left side wing. 17 seconds. Bounces to Hutchinson. Drives the post. Kicks it back out. Extra pass on top. 10 seconds. Paxton top of the key. Works it to the left side. Gabrielson, 3. Wing. No good. Johnson on the rebound. Rips the ball away with 3. 2 seconds. McClure at half court. Lost track of time. It doesn't get the shot off. And that will take us to the end of the first period. 15-12. Star Valley on top in the Constellation Championship game on the SVI Sports Network.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is. And it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter. Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit svfunzone.com for reservations.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Start of the second period, Braves take the court with a 3-point lead over the Riverton Wolverines. Horsley, Linford, Johnson, Hodges, and Jenkins all on the court right now for the Braves. It will be Riverton basketball with Gabrielson inbounding at half court. 8 minutes on the board. Braves up 15-12, 3 team fouls apiece. Another tight one between Riverton and Star Valley.
Early on, Riverton struggling with the 3 ball, which is what Star Valley wants, or 2 of 9.
Quick foul on the floor against Johnson. He came up for a steal and bumped into DeVries.
First personal on Tayson, 4th team foul on the Braves as we just get the second quarter underway.
Vincent will inbound in front of the Braves bench. Goes to Gabrielson, front court, right corner. Horsley comes out to meet him, and he'll hand off to DeVries. Horsley switches over and takes DeVries. Pass left side to Gabrielson again. Linford on him, goes left side post to Hutchinson. Loses the ball, poked away by Linford to Hodges. Linford wants to run. Hodges goes down to him, and he scores in transition. Beautiful recognition from Linford. He saw he had room down the floor after he poked it away. Hodges finds him down the court.
Well, and it's nice he gets rewarded after the initial deflection.
Here's The other side, DeVries, jumper deflected by Hodges. Loose ball out of bounds. Officials look at each other and say it's Star Valley basketball. Last touch by Riverton.
Yeah, that's a second. Oh, they're calling a foul here.
Oh, they do.
This is kind of by the trailing official, and it's on number 14, Hutchison. If I'm not mistaken, he picked up some crazy fouls in Afton as well. That's just his first today, but fourth team foul on the Wolverines.
Largest lead of the game for either team right now. It favors Star Valley up 17-12. 4 team fouls apiece, 7:10 to play before half. Horsley, top of the key, works left side to Linford. Gabrielson's on him. He drives to the top of the key and passes back to Horsley. Extra pass to Jenkins. Down to Hodges. One dribble flick across the lane to Johnson, and it's in. A beautiful assist from Hodges to find Johnson on the opposite post. Just a flick over the top of his head.
And I'll tell you what, sometimes when you got some guys that are this size.
Here's Vincent on the angle drive. He's fouled. Shot no good, to the line.
Sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt the action. See, sometimes when you have a lot of guys, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", they don't have the best of hands. These Star Valley guys, Duke, they've all got really good hands. When they make that whip pass, they're generally ready for it.
First free throw from Vincent is good. Or it's DeVries, rather. Derek DeVries on the stripe.
The foul went against Hodges, by the way.
Makes it 19-13, 6:44 to play in the second period. DeVries back to the line, and
no good.
No good. McClure across the half-court line. Linford. Now Horsley, top of the key. Works back to Luke on the left side wing. Lobs deep down to Hodges. Caught it well outside the key. Had to go up for it. And it was back to Horsley. Shot fake in the key. Can't get it up. Now passes to Hodges. Right post halfway down. Flick over to Linford in the corner. He drives in the lane. No shot. Now he goes up. Blocked, but contacted. And Luke Linford again will go to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Looks like they're going to get Jason Vincent. I think he tried to block him from behind. And, in fact, I think Vincent feels like he got mostly ball on that or all ball. Coach Sheets thinks so. But he's going to be whistled for his second personal, and Luke Linford will go to the line. And he is now up 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He's got 9 points in this game.
Lead now 7 to favor Star Valley, 20-13.
Luke having a terrific game in what will be his final outing as a Brave. Gets them both.
Makes it 8. This is the largest lead from any of the 3 games that we've seen so far on the season between these two teams. 21-13, Star Valley on top by 8. Paxton for 3. Yes, he said that's enough of that 8-point lead. And just like that, Parker makes it a 5-point game.
He's now 2 of 5 from distance.
21-16, Star Valley on top. 5 team fouls apiece. Under 6 minutes to go before halftime. McClure top of the key for the Braves. Working around the offense. Dribbles behind his back. Works to the free throw line. Dumps it down to Jenkins, who goes up and almost dropped it down. But he is fouled. The ball just got that little extra bounce and hopped over the rim.
Well, and Croy's kind of tapping the side of his head. It's like, I got hit in the head. And the referee's like, that's why I called it.
So 2 from the free throw line for Croy Jenkins. First is away, and the first is good.
Croy now at 4 points. That was foul number, who did they get that on?
Vincent, it looks like.
Yeah, thank you. Foul number 2 on Jason Vincent. Croy hits them both. 5 points for Jenkins.
23-16. 5:40 to play in the second. Ball movement now around the outside. Go to Monroe, top of the key. Turnaround jumper, rolls the inside rim, no good. McClure has the rebound, 1 and done for the Wolverines. Star Valley down the floor. Half-court pass to Hodges. Double teamed on the block. Spins. Triple team. Kick out. Jenkins no shot. Lobs back to Hodges. Elevates to catch it. Dribbles and gets tied up. And a foul on.
No, I think they're calling a travel or a 3 seconds. One of the two. Yeah, they're calling Jacob for a foul, actually. Maybe he tried to clear out with an elbow. He's got 3 guys around him is the thing. That one's a tough pill to swallow, honestly.
You get a couple tough pills to swallow a game for Jake, it feels like.
Well, like I said, you got 3 guys, and they're kind of all smacking at him, and he's just trying to keep possession of the ball. And, I mean, if it's blatant, I get it. But other than that, he has a right to his space and to have the ball. I don't like that one.
5:14 to play in the second. Both teams with 6 fouls apiece now. Braves still up 23-16.
Well, Wolverines in trouble. Here comes Tristan Hilton.
Riverton works it to the outside, packs it above the right side corner. Holds up, McClure's on him defensively, tries to drive him baseline, and great help side defense from Jenkins, forces a bad shot, loose, picked up by Riverton, kick out, jumper for 2, no good from DeVries. Fight for the rebound, another Riverton offensive board.
My goodness, they're good at that.
Kick it out to Ty Sheets, works it left side to DeVries, has it on the wing, fakes right, dribbles left, defense is there. And goes inside to Monroe, back out to DeVries, 3 balls away, no good. This time Jenkins has the board, Star Valley basketball.
And the Braves are right there for those rebounds. Riverton is just there like a split second before.
Another deep pass, and it's caught by Hilton, but he misses the point-blank shot right under the rim. Rebound comes down to Riverton. Work it back to Paxton. Deep 3, no good. Rebounded by Jenkins. Went way up there to bring that one down. 4:15 to play in the second.
Croy now 4 rebounds. He's working on a double-double.
Here's Ridge Nield on the left side wing. Down to Hilton. Loses the ball. Loose on the court in the lane. Picked up by a Riverton. Wolverine basketball.
Monroe just about lost that.
DeVries on the other side for the Wolverines. Goes to Monroe on the elbow. DeVries maybe rolled his ankle a little bit. He's a little shaken up as the pass is deflected out of bounds. Stays with Riverton.
He's trying to walk it off. He's right here in front of us, but he's hurting.
Looks like Coach Sheets will sub him out. He'll walk off fine, but he has a limp, and looks like Gabrielson will come in.
When you got a guy that works with his speed and his agility that much, that ankle, there's a lot of torque on that thing. Tayson Johnson will check in for Hilton. Tristan would have scored there, just like he picked up yesterday. Just was his momentum was a little off.
Across the half-court line comes Ty Sheets for the Wolverines. Quickly to left post, kick out. Sheets, 3 ball, no good. Tayson Johnson has the rebound. Star Valley still leading 23-16. 3:36 to play before half. McClure, top of the key deep. Dribbles down to the elbow. Back to Nield, fakes a 3, drives to the left elbow, kicks it outside to Luke on the right. Linford for 3, off the back iron, no good. Big old high rebound for Riverton. Paxton comes down with it. He dribbles down the court. Gabrielson on the outside. Good ball movement, but stolen away by Nield. The extra pass to the elbow, and Ridge just jumped in front. Nield works right side to Johnson. Into the corner, back up top to Nield. McClure, top of the key. Double team. Linford off a screen. Drives down the post, turns around, puts up the fadeaway, no good. Gabrielson on the rebound, on the run for Riverton. Defense tracks him down. He can't get to the rim. Sets up the offense on the outside. Vincent on the perimeter. 2:45 to go in the second period. Star Valley still leading 23-16. Paxton up top. Flicks right side to Sheets. Nothing going. Ball moving around the outside. Gabrielson, 1 dribble pass. Sheets fakes a 3, drives in on the angle. Pull-up jumper. Off the back rim, no good. Extra bounce on the rim, and Corey Jenkins has the rebound.
The last couple times up the court, Luke Linford's taken a shot that I like the shot because Tayson Johnson's in position, but the ball's come off the cylinder a little differently than I think Luke thought, because I think he's thinking, if I miss this, Tayson's going to get it, but that hasn't happened.
Here's Jenkins on the right side corner for the Braves. Quick pass into McClure. Dumps it down low to the baseline. No shot. Kick out. Nield, 3, left wing. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Riverton. Sheets makes a move. Bounces down the lane. Ball tipped. Loose on the court. Braves will have it, but out of bounds. McClure and Nield both there. Neither can corral it. Riverton basketball on their baseline.
Max Jensen will check in for Linford. Hutchinson back in for the Wolverines along with Brody Dale, number 10.
1:52 to play in this second period. Inbound to Hawk. Back out. Ball tipped, but a foul. This was Parker Paxton trying to drive in, and he got a nose full of a forearm.
Ridge Nield the second. And that is the 7th team foul. So Parker Paxton to the line to shoot 1-1, which, as we know, is almost automatic.
First is away, and the first is good. 23-17. Nield will come out. Zane Hedges subs in for the first time today. Braves still up by 6. Paxton's second shot is good. 23-18.
He's got 8 points in this game.
Both teams in the single bonus. 17 fouls on Star Valley, 6 on Riverton. Braves working the outside, weaving the offense. Now down to Jensen. Max dribbles up to the top of the key. Works at left side elbow. Spins, pivots, can't get up the shot. And kicks it back outside to Jenkins. Lobs down low to Johnson. Dribble, spin in the lane. Puts it up. Just missed it too strong. Gets his own rebound. And he puts it up and almost good, but fouled. Tayson Johnson with some big effort in the key. He goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
These shots are not going down by like less than a millimeter. They are so close. Tayson should have had both of those, including this one for an and one. That ball just skimming out.
First of 2 for Johnson is good. It's 24-18.
Tayson now with 3 points, 3 rebounds in the ball game off the bench. Got them both.
Braves push the lead back to 7. 25-18. 1:20 to play before halftime. Paxton, jumper from the free throw line, dropped it in. Back to a 5-point game.
Parker Paxton now in double digits. He's got 10.
Braves have led pretty much the entire game, but it's been close from the onset. Jensen comes across the screen, drives the lane, puts up a tough shot, no good. Ball tipped to Johnson for the rebound, and they're going to say Johnson went over the back.
I don't agree with that call either.
It's going to be Riverton basketball, and they'll get 1 and 1 down the floor on the other side.
In fact, where that call came from was clear over here by us. And there were 2 officials right underneath. I disagree with that one, but it is what it is.
Puts Hunter Hawk to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Exactly 60 seconds remains before halftime. Riverton will shuffle around a few personnel. Make sure they have who they want in the right position. A late sub will come in. Nope, DeVries will sub in for the shooter.
Jinx.
Yeah. So Hawk to the line and missed the front end of 1 and 1. Fight for the rebound out of bounds and tipped out by Riverton. It's going to be Star Valley basketball.
They'll say last touch by Vincent. And, you know, there's a great example right there of why the officials are where they are, Duke. Since I'm such a complainer, I thought that was off of Taft. So they're right there to see what it is. They get a different angle than we do.
Ball movement around the outside for the Braves. 50 seconds to play before halftime. Star Valley by 5. They'll weave around the outside. Hilton setting some high screens. Now he'll drop down. Now he'll come back up. Hedges drives the post. Bounces over to the sideline. Loose out of bounds and thrown off of McClure and out of bounds. Heads up play from DeVries, who threw it off McClure. It's Riverton basketball.
He and Vincent, like I said, they're just sneaky good. And DeVries back into the lineup, which is great for the Wolverines.
34 seconds before half. Star Valley still up by 5. Chance for Wolverines to make it a one-possession game. Kick outside to DeVries in the corner. Dribbles up top and works to Paxton. Clock down to 22 seconds and rolling. Paxton left side to Vincent. Max Jensen's on him. Now Gabrielson deep in the front court. 15 seconds remains. Gabrielson dribbles between his legs. Steps back with 10, 9, 8. Left side DeVries at 5. Makes a move. Dribbles. Pulls up the 3. Short, no good. Easy rebound for the Braves. Up to Jensen, who can't get it off in time. And time will expire without Riverton getting off a real quality shot. Star Valley keeps a 5-point lead heading into the locker rooms. Consolation final, last game of the season from the Ford Wyoming Center at Star Valley 25, Riverton 20 on the SVI Sports Network.
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch in Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center. The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
Miles CPA has been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, did Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but man, those are some white legs. Miles CPA. We loved our Braves then, and we love our Braves now. Go get 'em, Braves. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious stay at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
This is Braves basketball and the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health Halftime Show, advanced, local, personalized. Visit starvalleyhealth.org. Duke Nance and Dal Erickson here with you at the Ford Wyoming Center. Halftime of the consolation final between Star Valley and Riverton, with the Braves up by 5, 25-20 at the break. And now, for the 5th time on the weekend, we get the chance to watch the Star Valley Brave Cadets, the state champs, perform here at the half.
Gosh.
Just doing some incredible things, and you wonder why they're state champs. Just watch. We are recording this, and we'll be able to put it up on screen right after. In fact, yeah, we should be showing this now, Sage, for those watching, now that we're about done. But,
it's some amazing stuff, Duke. I mean, and we've watched them a bunch of times, but I don't know that I've ever watched them this close. And some of the stuff they're doing is amazing.
So we did record that full performance. We'll once again upload it on our SVInews.com and also the Star Valley Independent Facebook page for the Star Valley Brave Cadets. Once again, wowing the crowd here at the Ford Wyoming Center.
Fire trucks at 8 o'clock tonight through Afton.
That's right. So you can celebrate their state championship with them. 25-20, Braves on top. Let's take a look at that score by the numbers with the Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home halftime battle stats.
Well, the Braves defense, I think, has really kind of made Riverton play a little quicker than they wanted to in that first half, and as a result, the percentage is not very good for the Wolverines. 3 of 14 from the arc, that's 21%, and just 3 of 14 from the rest of the field, again, 21%. 5 of 7 from the free throw line. They are fighting the Braves even on rebounds, and so that's something I think that's a bit of a victory for Riverton there with Star Valley's size. Led in that first half by Parker Paxton. He had 10 points, 3 points for Derek DeVries, 2 for Jason Vincent, 3 for Cade Gabrielson, and 2 for Nathan Hutchinson. For the Braves, they got 10 early points from Luke Linford, 5 in each quarter to pace the offense. 5 points, 5 rebounds from Croy Jenkins, so he's on his way to a double-double. Tayson Johnson off the bench with 4 points and 3 rebounds. 3 points, 3 rebounds for Jacob Hodges, 3 points for Taft McClure. The Braves going 2 of 5 from the three-point line in that first half, 4 of 13 from the field, 31%. But Duke, the Braves shooting outstanding from the free throw line, 11 of 12, 92%. And that makes up for a couple of baskets. That's a look at your halftime stats from Battleson Brothers.
Find them in Afton. That's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home Quality Price Service. We appreciate the support of First Bank of Wyoming, making these highlights possible that we can show for those watching on SVI. You can see those here at the half, and then we'll have some post-game and a complete highlight package when this game is over today as well, courtesy of First Bank of Wyoming. Again, the Braves lead 25-20 at the Ford Wyoming Center against the Riverton Wolverines here in this consolation championship game. How about some halftime trivia time? See if we can give away a couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Now, just a reminder to our producer, Sage, I had to change this question, so yeah, don't use that one.
Let's come back to it. Let's go to break. We'll come back in 2 minutes on the SVI Sports Network.
Been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, did Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but Man, those are some white legs. Miles CPA. We loved our Braves then, and we love our Braves now. Go get them, Braves. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious stay at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Halftime coverage is made possible by Star Valley Health, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. Visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Star Valley Health halftime show from the Ford, Wyoming Center, where the Braves lead the Wolverines in the Consolation Championship game by a score of 25-20. Now the trivia time here with the couples combo from Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
So use the number 307-203-4637. The question is, when was the last time these two teams met at state? Go ahead and use that text-in number. First person to have it correct can win a couples combo from Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Braves again leading 25-20 in this game right now. Let's see how they've done so far with the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, key number one I thought was more of a who wants it more situation, dude. Both these teams clearly want to be here. They're playing hard. I think they're having fun, too. Let her rip. I think the Braves are doing that as well. You've got some guys being extra aggressive into the hoop, but I think you're going to see a really aggressive half from McClure and Hodges in the second half. Spread it around. You're seeing a lot of different guys' scores. I said Linford leading the way with 10 right now. And then looking for 10-plus assists was key number 4. I've got the Braves with 3, and these are Dow assists. So to get to 10, you really got to have more like 15. And so they still got some work to do there as far as I'm concerned.
That's a look at the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game. Legend driven. Find them online at RockyMountainYeti.group. Let's see if we have a winner of that couples combo.
And, of course, the answer is last year in the Consolation Finals was the last time these two teams met at state. Do we have a winner?
That we do. First person to text in the correct answer. Phone number ends in 5174. 5174. Congratulations, you've won that couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Here's something interesting, though, Duke. Before last year, these two teams had never met at state. So now it's 2 straight years.
Now they go back to back. That's it for the Star Valley Health halftime show. Find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. Advanced, local, personalized. And once again, Coach Schwab will bring out his starting 5 seniors to open up the tournament. And got some little bit of Ridge Nil. Hey, Ridge, how you feeling?
Good. Love you all.
Luke? All right, now they're playing now. I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you are.
Get in trouble.
You're going to yell at us.
I've never had that happen before. I've never been able to pull that off. Got a little in-game interview from Rich Neild.
Could have had Luke, too. We were just a little slow.
We were about to. He wanted it, but we were just a little slow.
I guess I got to go play ball now.
Coach Schwab's going to come after us. All right, here we go. Star Valley basketball. Here's Linford. 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded quickly by Riverton. Out in front, down the floor to the baseline. Kick back out. No shot. Working around the perimeter. Now a 3 in the corner is good. Made by DeVries, and it's a 2-point game.
Well, when you come out and you miss a 3 and then the other team cans one in, there's a 6-point swing.
Ball moving around to McClure, top of the key. Work at left side. Jenkins drives. He's blocked but fouled. That will put Croy Jenkins to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
DeVries doesn't like the call, but boy, he was clearly on Croy's back going up right there, at least from my perspective.
Stops the clock at 7:19 to play in this third period. Braves lead by 2. First free throw is good.
That was a second personal on DeVries, by the way. Croy hits the first one you mentioned. 6 points now for him.
Second attempt for Croy off the inside cylinder, no good. Got 1 of 2. It's a 3-point game. Star Valley on top. And a quick out-of-bounds play on Riverton.
Well, you know, we usually see this more often at the state tournament, Duke. This raised floor and the out-of-bounds line. You see guys or girls step on the line a lot. That's the first time I've actually seen it this year.
7:10 to play in the third period. Braves with this slim lead. McClure top of the key. Kick out, Neal. 3 away, off the mark, no good. And an over-the-back call on... No, they're going to get Star Valley on the foul. It's going to be Riverton basketball.
I think they're getting Linford. Yes. Luke will pick up his first, so each team with the team foul here in the first minute of the third.
7 minutes to go. Star Valley by 3, 26-23. Ball moving up top. Works it left side over to DeVries. Down to the post. Ball poked away but picked up. Kick back out. Paxton drives right post. Kick back out again. DeVries no shot. Works it down low to Vincent. Shot is up off the glass. No good. Great job by Hodges and McClure just to go up. Not leave their feet. Not draw the foul. They do get the rebound. Jenkins is fouled. No, he travels on the other end. The extra hop.
And then not only that, he landed weird on his ankle, and he's going to try and run that off.
He's going to stay out there and be okay. It's 6:32 to play in the third period. Star Valley still up by 3 points. They've led by as much as 8. Now it's 3. Here's a jumper on the elbow. No good. Missed by DeVries. Rebounded by McClure. Star Valley basketball.
Things a little sloppy here in the first couple minutes.
Linford blows by the D. Gets down to the post. Stop shot. No good. Rebound by Derek DeVries. Riverton basketball back the other way. Crossover move from Hutchinson. Back outside. Able to find DeVries. Paxton works back to Hutchinson. No shot. 5:58 to play in the third. Paxton deep in the front court. Left wing again. Now a cross-court pass over to the right wing and up top to Paxton. Really passing around the outside. Now they go down low to the baseline. Dribble. Can't go up for the shot. Hit it to Paxton.
Wow.
Who scores with the foul. Paxton came right down the lane, and they find him for 2.
How he whirled his way around Jacob Hodges there, I don't know. And Jacob whistled for his third as Paxton goes for the and 1 here.
Stops the clock at 5:43 to play in the third period. And 1 free throw from the Riverside Dental free throw line coming for Parker.
Hilton going to come in, I believe, I'm assuming it's for Hodges. It is.
So 3 on Jake.
Paxton looking for his 13th point, and he missed it.
Hung on the rim, and Jenkins went up to get it. Still a 1-point Star Valley lead. Linford has a screen from McClure. Can't hit him on the pick and roll. Works the ball over to the corner to Jenkins. 1 dribble pass from Croy up top to Neal. Works it now to Linford. Clock down to 5:25 to play in the third period. Luke now to McClure. Elbow. Turnaround jumper. Too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound underneath. Tips to Jenkins, but he misses the shot. Second rebound comes down to Riverton. DeVries on the board. Paxton in transition. Triple for the lead. Yes. Riverton stormed back, and now they lead it 28-26.
Well, the Braves have been ice cold starting this third. They've missed all their field goals.
Timeout taken by Coach Schwab. We'll take a full timeout with him. 5:01 to play in the third. Wolverines on top by 2.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
After the timeout, Star Valley basketball, Braves have given up their lead that they held pretty much the entire game up to this point. Wolverines up by 2. Here's Linford down the left post. He's contacted and fouled. This will be on the floor. Stops the clock at 4:53 left in the third period.
It's going to go against Paxton, his second. Luke did a really good job of displaying contact on that drive.
Tristan Hilton lobs to McClure. Catch and shoot in the air, in the lane, and it's good. A great inbound play, and the Braves tied the game at 28. Ball movement down to the left side baseline for Riverton, and an offensive charge call. Tristan Hilton there to draw the charge as Hawk drove in on the baseline.
It's a nice job of Tristan standing in there. You know what? His brother was good at that too, Corey Hilton.
4:40 to play in the third period. Tied again at 28. Linford almost lost the ball, dribbled off his own ankle, but picked up, and then Ridge throws it away. He thought Hilton was cutting outside. Hilton went inside. The pass sails out of bounds.
Yeah, those are the things. This third quarter has been kind of sloppy, Duke. A lot of missed shots, a lot of missed passes. And I understand the Braves are trying to let it, kind of go with the flow here, but at some point they need to reestablish what they're really good at, which is going down low.
4:30 to play in the third period. 28 all. 3 team fouls on Riverton, 2 on Star Valley. Wolverine basketball. Down into the paint. Vincent tries to kick it back out, and it's out of bounds.
Wow.
Off of Vincent trying to save
Hilton,
it. It's Star Valley basketball.
Tristan Hilton did a phenomenal job. That was a Karl Malone staple. He would slap that ball out of the hand. He got so good at it that ends up going off of Vincent's foot out of bounds.
Lancaster lobs down to Hilton. Ball loose. Saves it, but into the hands of the Wolverines. Paxton on the run. Parker will stop, pull up the 3 again in transition. Off the front rim this time, no good. Rebounded by Cooper Lancaster. In the backcourt, now across the half-court line. 3:56 to play in the third period.
Braves only 3 points in this quarter. They got to get something going here.
28-28. Hilton on the outside. Drives the lane to the rim, and good. A floater in the paint. Tristan for 2. Lead back to Star Valley. Ball movement into the corner for the Wolverines. Kick out. No shot from there for Paxton. 3:34 and counting in the third period. Left side corner to DeVries. McClure's out him defensively. Flicks up top to Sheets and to Parker Paxton on the right side deep. Now to the elbow. Back into the corner. 3 balls away. Too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound and thrown off of McClure, but he kept it. It didn't go out of bounds. It went off of him and it just kind of fell and he picked it up. Star Valley basketball up by 2. Down to Hilton, dribble, shot, offensive charge.
Oh, man.
They're going to get, this time Hutchinson will draw the charge. Hilton made the bucket, but they wave it off. 3:09 to play in the third period. Linford will sub out. Horsley subs in. Braves up by 2. Backs it across the half-court line. Right side to Gabrielson. No shot from the wing. Dribbles up to these left. Pass to DeVries and now to Paxton. 2:55 to play in the third period. Elbow, drive. No shot for Hutchinson. Kick out. No 3. Drive in for Vincent. Bounce down to the baseline. Stolen away by McClure. Tapped on the steal and across half court. Passes to Lancaster. Drives in. Baseline. Kick out. McClure. 3. Right wing. Bouncing on the rim. No good. Rebounded by Vincent. Riverton basketball on the run back the other way. Gabrielson on the wing. Fakes a 3. Drives in. Kick out. 3 ball. DeVries. Short. No. Rebounded by Paxton. Can't go back up. Kick out. Gabrielson 3 down the barrel. No. Ball tipped and into the hands of P.J. Horsley for the rebound. Star Valley basketball.
Boy, you almost get the impression, Duke, whoever hits a couple 3s in a row here is going to pull away with this one.
Cooper Lancaster, top of the floor for the Braves. Down to 2:12 to play in the third period. Star Valley still up by 2, 30-28. Neither offense has really gotten into much of a rhythm in this third period. A low-scoring third period. Horsley spins down the post. Shot off the mark, no good, and they're going to get Lancaster trying to reach up and over for the rebound. Stops the clock at 2 minutes.
Yeah, he was way out of position to get the benefit of the doubt on that call, and so he'll pick up his second. That's the 4th team foul on the Braves with 2 minutes left in the third. 3 team fouls on the Wolverines. Hilton will have a seat, replaced in the lineup by Tayson Johnson.
2 minutes exactly. 5 team fouls on Riverton, 4 on Star Valley. Late third period. Braves still up by 2, 30-28. Ball movement over to the left side to DeVries. Deep pass to Vincent. He holds it on the right side wing, dribbles between his legs. Lancaster on the defense, forces the ball up to Gabrielson. Lancaster switches on to Gabrielson. Feeds left side. DeVries, no shot to Paxton. From the NBA line, passes down to the baseline, dribble drive from there, kick back out again. Again, a take from Vincent to the line, kick back out again, and a perimeter foul on Cooper Lancaster as DeVries was dribbling away from him.
That one I will struggle a little bit with. Thought that was just incidental contact with their feet, but Cooper going to pick up his third real quick here.
1:28 to play in this third period.
Now Cooper will have a seat, replaced by Ridge Neild. 5 team fouls on the Braves, 3 on the Wolverines.
Star Valley still leading by 2. Up 30-28 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. DeVries dribbles to the rim, splits the D, shot no good. A block call on Star Valley. And it's going to be 2 shots for Derek DeVries from the Riverside Dental free throw line.
So Tayson Johnson gets called for the block, which is 3 consecutive fouls on Star Valley as a team. And then it was incidental, but DeVries ends up kind of stepping and scuffing on top of Tayson, which no way that felt good.
First free throw attempt for Derek DeVries is good to make it a 1-point game, 30-29. Johnson subs out, Hilton back in. One more free throw from the stripe for Derek DeVries.
He's 2 of 3 today.
That one short. McClure has the rebound. 1:20 on the clock in the third period. Consolation championship game between Star Valley and Riverton. Here's Jenkins down the post, left side, dumps it down to Neal. Kick out to Hilton, wide open 3, front rimmed it, no good, but out of bounds off of Riverton. Stays with Star Valley.
Neither team can hit a 3 in this quarter. I think there's been 1. I think Paxton hit 1, and that's about it.
Horsley will inbound for the Braves on the baseline, just inside the right corner. Goes to Neal up top, flick around the arc. Jenkins around the left. Finds Horsley in the corner. Couple dribbles for PJ, but no shot. Passes up to Jenkins and quickly right to Neal. 52 seconds to play as Horsley drives, hesitates. No shot, kick out again to Neal. Ridge works to PJ, now to McClure on the post. He'll spin, double team, kick out Neal, no shot, dribble drive back to McClure. Taft can't get off a shot. Horsley at 38 seconds. Dribble drive, pull up jumper, too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound, tipped out of bounds. Riverton basketball. 33 seconds to play in the period.
This quarter has felt so frantic, Duke, but nobody can score any points.
It's 25-20 at half, right?
Yeah. So 10-4 run, I guess, for Riverton.
It's now 30-29. Riverton ball. 22 seconds to play in the third. Left side angle drive. Sheets can't get to the rim. Kick it back out. Clock down to 16. Deep pass to Paxton on the right wing. Dribbles to the free throw line. Kick out 3 from DeVries. No good. Rebounded by Sheets. Back outside again. 7 seconds remains. Paxton on the right side wing. 4. Takes the shot. Good. 2-1-0. That takes us to the end of the third. And Riverton with the 3 ball from Parker Paxton goes up by 2. 32-30, fourth period next on SVI.
Nothing on us? How hard could it be to be a banker? They just give other people's money away. Cole and Marty got nothing on us. Yeah. This is the Weekday Wake Up on SVI, your home for totally free personal and business listening. Okay, so you're ready for a subscription then. Just a few things to sign, we'll be on your way. Hey Amanda, what's the federal rate interest period on the Grace escrow after the next 4 quarters? If you could just sign here, initial here. So after a quick look at your credit, it's pretty evident that it's not good, and so it's not in the best interest of the bank to give you a loan today. I'm sorry. That's right, Cole and Marty, you've got nothing on us. We're gonna get people to give us money, and it's gonna be the Bank of Duke and Dow.
Your You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Another close game between Star Valley and Riverton. Consolation final. Parker Paxton hits the three just before the end of the third period. The arrow also favors Riverton, so they get the ball back with a 2-point lead now.
Yeah, it was a really stagnant quarter for the Star Valley offense. Just 5 points in that whole quarter.
Outscored by 7 by Riverton. Wolverine basketball. Paxton another three. Corner no good. Fight for the rebound. Neal will chase it down on the run. Ridge to the three-point line, goes right side to Luke. Comes in baseline. Shot is up. Blocked from behind, but contact. And they're going to get a foul. And Luke Linford again goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 2 shots, down by 2.
Jason Vincent will pick up his third. It's the 4th team foul on the Wolverines. We just started the 4th quarter. Linford to the line where he has been stellar.
Good. Makes it a 1-point game with 1 more free throw to go.
11 points now for Luke in the ball game.
He'll dribble. Linford away. And good. Got the friendly roll on the rim. Tied at 32. Gabrielson in the front court for Riverton. Bounce to the right side to Paxton in the corner. Blows by the D to the rim. No good, but fouled. We see this a lot from Parker. He is not just a shooter. He is so quick and will get to the rim really fast.
Well, and he knows how to draw contact, and then, of course, when he gets to the line, he shoots over 80%. So, yeah, he is a handful. It's foul number 3 on Ridge Neal. Free throw is good. Paxton is 3 of 4 from the line right now. He's got 19 points carrying the Wolverines right now, honestly.
Second free throw is also good. Pushes the lead up to 2 for Riverton. 34-32, 7.5 to play in the game and on the season. McClure to Hodges. Double team, spin, shoot off the square and in. It's been a quiet game for Jake.
Well, that's only his second shot.
We'll see if he gets rolling here in the 4th. It ties it at 34. Timeout taken by Coach Schwab. Back in 30 on SVI.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
From the Ford Wyoming Center, there's 7:18 left in the game. 34-34, Star Valley tied up with Riverton. It is Wolverine basketball. 17 fouls on Star Valley, 4 on Riverton. Wolverines bounce right side to Vincent. Cross-court pass into the left side corner to DeVries. He'll pick up the dribble and find Vincent top of the key. Crosses over, comes to his right, hands off to Paxton. Ridge Neal on him, Paxton drives, goes up to the rim, scoops it up, no good. Almost got that to roll over. But there is another foul on Star Valley and 2 more shots coming for Parker Paxton.
That's going to be foul number 4 on Ridge Neal. Paxton 4 of 5 at the line today, make it 5 of 6. He's got 21 points. Ridge will have a seat, replaced in the lineup by Cooper Lancaster, who I assume will switch over to Paxton on defense.
35-34, the free throw puts Riverton on top. 1 more to come for Paxton, and he scores again. 36-34. Seesaw game again between these two teams. Looking like it's coming down to the last possession. Still a lot of time left, 7 minutes, just under 7 minutes. 4th period, a little pick and roll down to Hodges. Double teamed on the post, spins, shoots off the glass and in, and good. Jacob needs a big quarter. It ties the game at 36.
Well, he's scored the last couple baskets.
Here's a baseline drive, and a tough shot drops in for Hutchinson. Gives Riverton back the lead.
That's his first make. He had been 0 for 4.
Wolverines down the court, or Star Valley down the court again. 6:15 to play in the game. Pick and roll down to Hodges. Shot is up and in. 3 in a row for Jake. He's having a big period, and it's tied again at 38.
They tried to draw a charge that time, ended up not calling anything.
Gabrielson on the outside, crosses over, goes down to the block. Shot is up, too strong, no good, a foul.
Oh, my. That was a really late whistle, and Hodges is gone. Oh, wait, no, that's his fourth. Wow, that was super late.
Going to put Gabrielson to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 shots in a tie game. 5:57 remains as the free throw is good. Riverton by 1.
Cade with 4 points now. That was his first attempt. Get one more.
Here's the second one for Cade, away and good. 2-point lead again for Riverton, 40-38. 9th team foul on Star Valley. Wolverines double bonus the rest of the way. Linford on the left side wing. Gabrielson on him defensively. Has a screen from Hodges, drives to the rim. Shot is up, no good. Left it short, rebounded by Monroe. Riverton basketball. Down the floor comes DeVries to the right side wing. Hands off to Gabrielson. Dribbles up top. Works back to Paxton. Lancaster's on him. Clock rolls down to 5:28 to play in the fourth period. Gabrielson for 3. Front rim no good. Ball loose on the court. There's going to be a foul on Riverton after Croy Jenkins had position. Star Valley basketball.
Going to call Draven Monroe for his first. 15 foul on the Wolverines. 5:23 to go in the ball game. 2-point lead for Riverton.
Lancaster across the half-court line. Works to the left side wing. Passes to Linford over on the right. Down to Hodges. Got behind the D and missed the shot kind of point blank.
He thought too much about that one.
He was open. That one wasn't contested. Just a little too much on it. Gabrielson on the right side wing. Riverton up by 2 points. 4:58 to play in the game now. Paxton wants to drive, can't, spins, kicks out to Monroe, and he travels.
He got the little scoop pass back from Paxton and was stepping back to the 3 and took too many.
Star Valley gets the ball back. 40-38. Riverton on top. 4:50 remains in the game. Croy Jenkins on the outside right wing. Up top to Hodges.
They're just wrapped around Jacobs' waist.
Down to Jenkins, ball tipped, and then off of Riverton. Jenkins made sure of it. He threw it off of Vincent and out of bounds.
That's a great play from Croy. Have no idea who they're going to call that off of unless he does that. Vincent will have a seat, replacing the lineup by Hutchinson.
Lancaster goes to Linford on the inbound outside. Quick pitch around the perimeter to McClure. Right side wing, 4.5 to go. Lancaster, couple dribbles to McClure. Corner 3 away for the lead. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hutchinson. Riverton basketball up by 2. Hutchinson goes coast to coast to the rim. No, kicks it out to the left side corner. No shot from DeVries. He drives in. Shot is up. No, but a foul. Who are they going to call this on?
Well, Riverton getting fouls every time they go to the rim here. They're going to get tapped this time. His first.
4:16 to go in the game.
But it's double bonus time. This was on the shot anyway, but free throw's no good. DeVries misses it.
Remains the 2-point lead as Hodges will get a quick breather here with 4:16 remaining. Johnson subs in. Coach Swab talking to him as Hodges comes out and says, "You're going right back in." Free throw, no good. Missed them both. Johnson on the rebound. 4:10 remains in the game. Linford has a screen from Jenkins, drives the right post, can't get to the rim, spins, has the ball poked away, but he's fouled. It's just the 6th team foul on Riverton. This one goes against Parker Paxton.
His third. So the Braves will be shooting from here on out with 4:04 to go. Timeout called by Bo Sheets.
We'll take it as well. Braves trail by 2 on the SBI Sports Network.
We're always looking for things that make our farm more efficient.
The value that Smart Farm brings growers like Rick is the ability to be more efficient, to be cost effective, and also to be stewards of the land.
The Simplot Smart Farm program is split up into 4 segments: prepare, prescribe, grow, harvest.
Based off of our first year work with him, our yield goals were higher than they've ever been on those fields, around 10 to 15% higher.
we're very happy with what Simplot does for us.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
Time to go back to the court with more live coverage of Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Ford Wyoming Center. 4:04 to go in the game. It's Riverton by 2. Star Valley basketball. Riverton in the double bonus. Star Valley in the single bonus. Cooper Lancaster lobs to McClure, catches and comes down with it, kicks out to Jenkins, puts up the jumper on the post, didn't get the rim, rolls around and down into the hands of McClure, but he had his heels on the line and out of bounds. He wasn't expecting the ball. Johnson had it and was poked away from him and went to McClure.
Yeah, and he was already out of bounds when it happened.
Jenkins, McClure, Johnson down low with Linford and Lancaster up top on the court for the Braves.
A lot of time here, but I kind of get the impression you're going to have to take a charge at some point here because the Wolverines have been just getting to the line at will these last several possessions.
3:40 remains as Riverton works the outside, up by 2. Gabrielson dribbles center floor. Works left side to Vincent, holds it high. Lancaster's on him, drives down the right post, bounces underneath. Shot fake and blocked by Johnson. Hutchinson tried for the extra pump. Jenkins rather with the block. Or was it Johnson? I think it was Johnson, right? Now here's the move by Linford. He goes to the rim, left it short, no good. Rebounded by Riverton. Down the floor, extra shot is in. Tough sequence after Linford had a good look on the angle drive, couldn't hit it, and then DeVries takes it down and scores.
Braves have had a couple point-blank looks here in this last couple minutes that have missed.
Linford to the rim and missed it again. Back-to-back for Luke. Just over the rim that time, and it's a 4-point deficit. Now Luke will foul. He's really frustrated. He missed 2 point-blank shots. And that's the difference right now. And then he picks up the foul.
When Jake missed one, it's not been for a lack of opportunities here, at least in the last few possessions.
So to the line for 2 shots in the double bonus is Hutchinson. He'll shoot and no good.
Well, he had been 2 for 2. I'll tell you what, the Wolverines not helping themselves. They've missed, I think, 3 in a row now from the free throw line.
Hodges back in. Ridge Neal back in. 2:45 to go in the game. 42-38. Riverton on the line. Hutchinson hits his second attempt. It's the 5-point lead, the largest of the game that Riverton has had. Coach Sheets another timeout. Back in 60 on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of this broadcast made possible because of Miles Beverage Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Star Valley and UW Athletics. Wyoming Minuteman Supply, guns and ammo, camping gear, licenses, and more. The Box Y Lodge. Nestled high in the mountains, we offer the experience of a lifetime. Swift 98.7, Star Valley's hit music station. And by Star Valley Skidoo and Quick Lube. They repair it all and make it purr.
Star Valley Health and Mountain West Orthopedics are proud to sponsor athletic trainers to support student athletes at Evanston, Mountain View, Lyman, and Star Valley High Schools. Jackie Clark, Darren Fiskus, and Kelly Hansen help students stay healthy and safe, provide emergency medical care on the field and court, and help rehabilitate injuries. It's just one way we're giving back to the communities we serve.
You're watching Star Valley High School basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming down to the wire here at the Ford Wyoming Center. It's 43-38, Riverton on top with just 2:45 to go in the game. A slow third period for Star Valley gave Riverton the lead. It's been back and forth, but now Wolverines up by 5. Linford back in the game after the break. He works it to Ridge Neal. Down to Hodges on the post. Dribble, spin, shoot. Quite a ways away from the rim. Loose ball rebound pulled in by McClure. He goes up for it. He's short on the shot. And the rebound comes down to Riverton.
Braves is ice cold.
DeVries on the rebound. He has the dribble in the front court. And this is dangerous water here for Star Valley with 2:20 to go, down by 5.
Well, the Wolverines, as I mentioned, are an excellent free throw shooting team. They don't turn the ball over very much. And with a 5-point lead and 2 minutes left, this is exactly where they want to be.
Well, Coach Sheets is saying, let's spread out and play clock ball. Ball tipped and loose and stolen. Out in front to Neal. Ridge down the floor. Can't go up for the shot. He is fouled.
I was going to say, I thought for a minute they weren't going to call it. They didn't call anything.
They just said out of bounds.
Oh,
there is no foul.
Heavens.
Nope, no foul. So it's out of bounds off of Neal. McClure poked the ball away for the steal. It does stay with Star Valley, and Linford will inbound with 2 minutes remaining. McClure, baseline jumper on the inbound, short. And it's rebounded by Riverton, and then McClure fouls. 1:57 to go, and a 5-point Riverton lead. And in a game where every possession matters from start to finish, this one's starting to kind of get away from Star Valley.
Well, 5 points, which is soon to be 7 here for Riverton. That's not a normal 7 points. First one's good from Paxton. It's just, it's hard to gain points on. That's why I'm saying at this point in the game, you're the one that wants to be up, like we saw in Afton last weekend.
7-point lead for Riverton after Paxton, as usual, hits both free throws. 1:56 to go in the game. Braves have to get points right now. Linford on the right side wing finds McClure. Up top to Neal. Down to Hodges, and he's fouled. And that will put Hodges to the Riverside Dental free throw line for 1-1. Hutchinson gets the whistle.
Second personal on Nathan Hutchinson.
Stops the clock at 1:47 to go in the game. It's a 3-possession lead for Riverton, up by 7.
Interestingly enough, Duke, the Braves have shot lights out from the free throw line to this point.
Jake's 1-1 is good. Big shot. Give him another one. That cuts it down to a 2-possession game, 45-39. 1:47 remains.
That puts Hodges up to 10 points now.
After the free throw, the Braves won't need to foul, but they got to get a stop. Second free throw is good. Lead down to 5, 45-40 in the consolation semifinal. Gabrielson on the inbound, double team. Linford dives for the ball. He said he was pushed for the ball, and Riverton keeps possession. 1:38 to go. Riverton, everybody on the outside, just playing front court ball. McClure pressuring Gabrielson, bounces up top to Paxton. Jabs, you don't want to foul Parker, and he holds the ball, and a timeout is called by Bo Sheets. Let's keep it here for this timeout. 1 minute, 28 seconds remains in the game. Fourth period, Star Valley trailing by 5, and it's Riverton basketball. Riverton is in the double bonus, so a foul will be 2 shots.
Really intense defense there by the Braves coming out of that inbound play, but Riverton, they're just very adept at handling the ball, especially out here between that midcourt line and the three-point line, spreading the defense out. The Braves are doing their best to try and get deflections and steals, and honestly, Duke, there's still time to do that, but we're coming down to where you're going to have to gamble, and it might cost you a basket.
2-possession game down the stretch. 1:28 remains. It is Riverton basketball. Wolverines will inbound just inside the front court of a half court. Inbounding is Hutchinson. Goes back court to Paxton. Linford with Paxton across the half-court line, dribbles to the three-point line, and back up top again to DeVries. They're not even trying to get to the rim. They're just burning as much clock as possible, trying to force Star Valley to foul. Paxton outside the circle, double-teamed, and he is fouled with 1:11 to go in the game.
And Ridge Neal has just fouled out. And that's a career for Ridge Neal. His 5th.
He'll get a hug from Coach Schwab and work his way down the bench. Ridge will be done with his 5th foul and will send Parker Paxton to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Parker hits it. 6-point game, 1 more to come.
He's now 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 25 points. Far and away the high point.
Second free throw is also good. Back to a 3-possession game, 47-40. Braves got to have points again. Lancaster to McClure, top of the key. Stops on the elbow. Works to Lancaster. Comes down to the left side corner. Back to McClure. Takes the 3. Good! Taft McClure, a big Rocky Mountain Yeti triple. And a quick timeout taken by Coach Schwab. A 30-second break down to a 4-point game. 55 seconds remains. Back in 30 on SVI.
Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horseshoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, Western shirt.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley basketball.
After the Star Valley timeout, Taft McClure makes it a 4-point game with a triple on the left side wing. It's Riverton basketball. 55.6 seconds remains in the game. Consolation championship. Star Valley, of course, in the full court press. They'll go for a steal and then try and foul. Inbound backcourt. Now to Hutchinson, over to Paxton. Parker trips, loses the ball, but they are going to call the foul. They're going to get Taft McClure, say that Taft tripped him.
Oh, wow. There was contact, Duke, back here. No call. Paxton went through it and then took 2 steps and then tripped on his own, and that's when he calls the foul. That's terrible.
Real late whistle will put Parker Paxton to the Riverside Dental free throw line, where he's just money. Free throw good, makes it a 5-point game.
It's 11 of 12 today from the line, 27 points.
Second free throw is good. 49 seconds remains in the game. Lead back to 6, 49-43. Lancaster down the court. Picks up his dribble, back to the backboard, works to McClure. Taft takes the 3 left wing, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Riverton, and Paxton has the rebound, and he is fouled by Luke Linford. Stops the clock at 33.7, and Paxton with the chance to push it back to a 3-possession game here. Right now, the lead is at 49-43.
He's carried the load, Duke. Honestly, the rest of the team's been very cold, have the Wolverines. I think the Braves defense has played well enough to win this game. But you get in these types of scenarios with a guy that never misses free throws and can draw contact like he does. This is why you want that lead going late into the game.
Lead is now 8 after both free throws are down. Lancaster across the half-court line.
30, by the way, for Paxton.
Cooper passes right to Luke Linford, takes a deep 3, banked it off the glass on the right wing. Down to a 5-point game. Inbound to Gabrielson, who's quickly fouled, stopping the clock at 18.2. That's going to put Cade Gabrielson to the Riverside Dental free throw line. That was a deep 3 from Luke on the wing, and he banked it in.
He's talking to the official. I don't know if he's thinking, I should have got an and one, or saying, did you see how lucky that was? I don't know what he's saying.
Big shots for Cade. Good on the front end. That makes it a 6-point game. His free throw to push it to 3 possessions.
He's 3 for 3 today.
Got them both. Back to 7. That's a big one. Makes it 3. Riverton hitting their shots down the stretch.
Wolverines have hit 77% of their free throws.
Cooper Lancaster drives. Wild shot. Goes back behind the backboard. They are going to say it was deflected out of bounds. Stays with Star Valley. And a timeout taken by Coach Schwab. We'll keep it here for the timeout. 53-46. Star Valley on the bottom side of the score this time. Full timeout taken by Coach Schwab. And with just 12.2 seconds remaining, Dow going to take some heck of a miracle to pull this one off. Credit Riverton. They've hit their free throws down the stretch. And you kind of go back to that third period. Star Valley's offense came out flat out of the locker room. They only scored 5 points in the entire third.
Well, they've only scored 21 in the entire half. So it's a situation where this is an explosive team. You're both good defenses. and you can point to different things all you want, dude, but the bottom line is the Braves have missed several point-blank shots here, and not only that, they've missed some inside of 10 feet that they typically make. And so if you really want to boil it down to just opportunities, the Braves have just missed their chances. And the Wolverines, this is how they win ball games. This is how I think they lost 3 games during the regular season. This is how they win ball games. They get the lead, and then they kill you to death at the line.
So Star Valley on the court. Jenkins will inbound. Braves are stacked on the post, waiting for Riverton to take the floor. Now they do. 12.2 seconds remains. Braves have to get a quick basket here. Maybe the lob to Taft. No, Taft goes outside, takes a corner 3. Good. Jeez. Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton triple. And Riverton takes all the time they need to inbound the ball. They do up top to Vincent. Vincent goes to the rim. Time expires. They call the foul. Hodges, but it doesn't matter. That's it. McClure hits the 3, but it's not enough. And Riverton will win the consolation championship for the second consecutive year over the Star Valley Braves. Your final score, 53-49. And that's the season ender for both teams, but Star Valley on the losing end. Silver Star Communications post-game coverage coming here on SVI. Now you look down this roster, and what a group of seniors for the Braves. Hodges, Linford, McClure, Jenkins, and Neild. That's quite the graduating 5.
Well, it really is, and they've had a terrific season. Right now, you know, the reflection of that's going to have to come a little later, because right now they feel pretty low about how the weekend has gone and how it's finished off. But years from now, Duke, they'll be able to realize, you know, we were in the 4A class. We competed very well. We won the regional championship. We were one of the teams that could have won the whole dang thing. And there's several teams that could have said that this year, and that's proved to be true, I think, looking at the bracket. And you know what? The fact of the matter is only one team gets to hoist that #1 trophy, and it's going to be somebody else this year. And if you can't enjoy the journey, then I don't know what to tell you. This has been a fun team to watch. Been a lot of fun things to enjoy. And I think we'll look back at this group as being a group that really engaged the crowd and the community enjoyed what they did.
Looking at some First Bank of Wyoming highlights of this game as we jump into our Silver Star post-game coverage. How about some post-game stats presented by Battlesome Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home?
Well, the big one that jumps off the page, Duke, is Parker Paxton. He had 30 points today. He hit 4 of 10 from the three-point line, 2 of 4 from inside the arc, and then 14 of 15. That's 93% from the free throw line, just to salt this one away. He also had 6 rebounds, which tied for the team high. That was one element that I thought the Braves would have an advantage in, is the rebounds. They ended up going even with the Wolverines, which I think is a victory for the Wolverines. The Wolverines as a team shoot 77% from the three-point line, 9 points for Derek DeVries, 7 for Cade Gabrielson, 5 for Nathan Hutchinson, 2 for Jason Vincent. The Braves got 3 players in double figures led by Luke Linford. Linford finished with 15 today. That was the team high. Went 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Hodges and McClure both finished with 11 points and 4 points and 5 rebounds, 4 rebounds and 5 rebounds respectively. Croy Jenkins finishes with 6 points and 8 rebounds, 2 points for Tristan Hilton, 4 points, 4 boards for Tayson Johnson. The Braves went 5 of 14 from the three-point line, that's 36%, and 16 of 18 from the free throw line for 89%. So shot well there, just got a little cold there in the third quarter, and it cost them against a team that just does not miss down the stretch as the Braves lose the consolation finals 53-49. That's a look at your final stats.
Presented by Battlesome Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home. Find them in Afton. Quality, price, service. Battlesome Brothers Flooring. And now how about your final player of the game presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
I got to go with Luke Linford on this one. Luke had the team high, 15 points, missed a couple shots I'm sure he wished he had back, but he went 8 for 8 at the free throw line, helped pace this team today, and was one of those 5 seniors that really gave the fans a show this season.
Congratulations to Luke Linford, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game, as we continue with your Silver Star Communications post-game show here on Swift 98 and the SVI Sports Network. And that's it for us as well. Dalla, fantastic season of basketball. Lady Braves lose yesterday in that game to finish off their season as well. And I guess now you play track and field and play soccer, right?
That's right.
That's what we're doing now.
And you pray for sunshine. Stop praying for moisture. Start praying for sunshine.
Yeah.
You prayers that do that. But it's been a fun year. We appreciate the huge crew that we have that make what we do possible, both on trips for cameras and things like that, particularly today. Connor Clint and Dan Dockstetter. We've got Sage Jacobson on producers. Sage has saved our bacon about 20 times this year. Amanda Nelson back at the studios, and just appreciate the whole crew that it takes as we put together a season that we hope you've enjoyed.
Appreciate Ethan Hobbs, and he's back in the studio today as well. And Ethan, appreciate you. Before we wrap it up, we are going to get Coach Schwab, it looks like, to join us in our post-game and get his post-game thoughts on this one to wrap up the season. Again, Star Valley losing this one down the stretch to Riverton. Final score 53-49 for post-game coverage. Coach Schwab, appreciate your time here. And, this one kind of got away from you in the second half, but I don't know. Let's kind of put this one all together for us if you could.
Well, it wasn't for want of opportunities. I mean, when shots don't fall, and we had plenty of opportunities for it to go in the bucket. We could blame fouls. We could blame a lot of different things. But if you miss shots, and you put yourself in a bad situation. And that's just how it worked in the second half. They went in the first half, didn't down the stretch. But regardless, I thought our guys put their whole heart on the floor there at the end and didn't want to give up. You could see they were a little deflated emotionally, but physically, they still went at it till the bitter end. I was proud of them.
Watching this game, and your 5 seniors especially, I mean, they kind of knew what this game was. You get Riverton again in the consolation final. The effort was there, but it felt like they were playing like it was their last game. Kind of played a little loose, and you could tell they enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, well, I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I've said this to a lot of people, but, when their hearts were set on the gold, anything less than that, they've been deflated all week, because they know what kind of talent they have. They know what we could accomplish, and they felt, that they didn't live up to their potential, and so they were pretty deflated all weekend. Even Jackson yesterday, getting them motivated for that game was nearly impossible. Same with this game, because they just know what it could have been. But it is what it is, and my whole thing to them was, well, guys, life lessons here. When it comes down to it, there's some things that don't work out according to plan. And how are you going to react to that? You're going to be defeated and go out giving up, or are you going to learn from it and go out and play your very hardest to the bitter end? Because one day in life, you're going to lose a loved one, and it's going to hit you. How are you going to react to that situation? We can learn that lesson here. How are you going to react? Are you going to roll over and let it define you in a negative way, or are you going to step up and go out there and try even harder because of the lessons learned, right? And so that was kind of the theme of the weekend.
Well said, Coach. Really, that's the whole point of what you're doing, right?
Right, exactly.
So, well, we congratulate you and this team. First year as head coach, you get that region title, of course. And when you look back at this season in your first year, what are you going to remember about this group?
Oh, man. The hearts of gold, right? I can't even imagine a better group of kids. Sure, we can talk about their height and athleticism and everything, but, the way that they just put their arms around every person in the program, that's when I was in high school, if a freshman were to play up in varsity, I think there would have been fists thrown, right? But this group, they throw their arms around every single one of them, and they say, well, Coach, we just want to win. And they're probably the most accepting, loving group of kids I've ever been around. And so for me, that's probably the most defining thing about them is they're just hearts of gold and tons of grit.
Coach, appreciate your time. Thank you for the great season. You can have next weekend off.
Appreciate
it.
Okay,
you got it. Coach Mitch Schwab in our post-game coverage presented by Silver Star Communications. And find them online at silverstar.com. That's silverstar.com. Duke Dance, Dal Erickson, Sage Jacobson, our camera crew, Connor Clint, Dan Dockstetter. Appreciate Ethan Hobbs and Amanda Nelson keeping us on the airwaves this weekend. Thank you for joining us for live coverage of Braves basketball from the Ford Wyoming Center on the SVI Sports Network.